Sister Wives Preview. Cody Brown reflects on his life and sister wives. Did Robyn Brown really grow up fearing being a polygamist? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up during Sister Wives Season 19, Robyn Brown has reflected on her childhood, but as she shares more details, fans question her story. Did she truly grow up fearing that people would find out she was living a polygamous life? With each little breadcrumb Sister Wives star, Robyn Brown reveals about her past. She seems to unravel a bit of her previous story. Undoubtedly, fans are watching her like a hawk, since she is prone to manipulating the truth. Previously, she had talked about how hard it was living a plural life because of the fear that comes with the family being separated. Since polygamy wasn't legal, she felt the pressure not to disclose the information. But during a recent episode, she revealed she went to a private church school. Likewise, she has discussed how her father wasn't present for many parts of her life, which is why she wants Cody Brown to step up and reconnect with his kids. On Reddit, several Sister Wives fans discuss how Robyn Brown didn't seem to have a polygamous childhood. First, a user says, "Doesn't everyone involved need to know?" Then they add, "So I was thinking about Robyn saying she grew up in polygamy and that she had multiple mums and siblings, but then she goes on to say they didn't live in the same state as the other mom." Now this wasn't just with her dad. When researching it seemed this applied to her stepfather also, so she never had to lie at school about other kids not being her siblings. Her dads never had to deny her, as there wouldn't have been two wives in one state at the same time, and she therefore wasn't raised in polygamy. To me, it sounds like her mom was the affair partner more than once. Furthermore, the Redditor questions if Robyn Brown's mom was the side piece. She says, "So the next question is, don't all of the wives have to know there are other wives for it to be polygamy? How can you be married to two people unless you're a bigamist? I understand the whole spiritual marriage, but again, wouldn't all wives need to be in on it, and it have to be done in a church in front of people?" When Robyn's mom visited, why didn't her other mom come? And why did she say her stepfather only claimed her publicly when Sisters Wives came out? Then the Redditor adds, "So does that mean that she didn't know of his other children and developed a relationship with them later, therefore offering one of his kids' children a nanny job to create this close polygamist family dynamic?" She lies about everything, and you can only Google parts of the truth. You can't go off anything she says, because the next series she says the complete opposite. Come on guys, what are the facts? Another fan adds, "Robyn's mom was 100% the other woman." This is always a question I have. Why does she say she had these relationships 1 minute, and then the next minute say they lived miles away, and dad was always traveling? The original poster adds, "This is a thing that gets me. If the other wife knew, would she not compromise and let him do Christmas here this year and there next year? Alternate them to be fair. Seems he spent the holidays with his real family." But someone else explains the competition among wives was brutal. Although Robyn Brown's polygamous lifestyle was different from the Browns, it wasn't uncommon. Someone else points out, "We've never heard of them or seen them for Christine or Mary either though. Their other moms have never been on the show or anything. And Robyn's version of polygamy isn't uncommon in their culture." When the family met the girls from escaping polygamy, they talked about how their dads had different houses with different wives and kids, and they'd drop off a box of moldy food. Another person clarifies, "There is extremely minimal evidence that she had any real-life experience with day-to-day polygamist family life." However, other Sister Wives fans had more information about Robyn Brown's childhood. One person says, "The current AUB prophet's daughter and her husband have confirmed that both Robyn's bio dad and stepdad, Paul, lived polygamy on the compound. Alice and her children lived there until Paul moved them out of state. We've never been told why. Maybe his first wife hated Alice or hated living polygamy. Kody made some sort of ugly comment in one of his interviews about how awful it would be if Paul had to spend eternity with his
someone
first
adds,
wife. There's people who grew up in the AUB and knew Robyn that say it is alleged her family was a polygamous family, a normal or common one I mean. I'm talking about NoTestoSelf44 on TikTok and YouTube, but I don't have specific links. So maybe the stepfather had a job offer in another state. One wife was able/happy to move, and the other one, Robyn's mom, didn't? Similar to Janelle staying when Kody and co moved to Utah because she had a job and a routine she didn't want to give up. Original sound, Sister Wife SRA 9. What do you think? Did Robyn Brown have a good reason to fear people suspecting she lived polygamy as a child? Does her story seem to have holes? Do you think she is still concealing details that make its continuity hard to understand? Are you ready for a new episode of Sister Wives? Drop your comments below. Sister Wives star, Cody Brown discusses where he is in his process of grieving a life he once thought he would have. Furthermore, he takes time and reflects on his life up to this point and the changes he wants to make. While Sister Wives star, Cody Brown has been firm on his stance of not camping out on his kids' doorsteps, he is assessing what happened. After being excluded from some of the family events, Kody is settling into the realization his life isn't as full as it once was. In some ways, it is simpler and desirable, but in other ways, he feels hollow. Even though he has what he wants on one hand, he can't help but regret the loss he is experiencing on the other. In a preview, Cody Brown laments about years gone by. During a reflection of his life, he discusses how his world is upside down. For a brief moment, he becomes retrospective and searches for meaning in his life. He says, "It's my 55th birthday today. I've had an interesting life. I remember 5 years ago on my birthday thinking, okay, I'm halfway through. What do I want to do for the rest of my life? What do I want to be for the rest of my life?" Then he continues, "Last night, I was up late with Robyn. We were having a discussion about our values and the fact that I have struggled with mine through the divorce process. Everything that's happened. Admittedly, he concluded that I've lost a sense of direction for my life." Then Cody Brown adds, "There's a struggle that I've had because I had this big picture that got shattered. But I have a safe, kind, and sweet place with my wife, Robyn. And then I have tons of guilt because I'm not more involved with everybody else that's out there." He was referring to his other children he isn't connecting with. Then Robyn Brown says in a confessional, Cody's been a very angry, upset, she searches for words. Then says with a large sigh, "Lost person the last few years. And I have to recognize it for what it is. It's just him in a painful place and him in a place of fear that I will leave him to." Cody continues, "What was my purpose 10, 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago? It was always my family, my children." In many ways, he is realizing the thread that made his life whole. In an earlier episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Cody Brown was pining over the heartbreak of losing his large family. At that point, TLC showed a clip of him contemplating how he would move forward after the fallout in the polygamous dream. However, he vowed that he would refocus on his covenant and rebuild relationships in his life. Much like Scrooge in The Christmas Carol, Cody recognizes that his future looks grim if he doesn't change its trajectory. Although he had lost 3 of his wives at that stage and numerous children were pushing him away, Cody promised to do better. Admittedly, his #1 desire is to move onward and upward with the goals in life and making my family whole again. Check out the preview here. What do you think about Cody Brown's retrospective review of his life? Do you think Cody will muster the courage to reconnect with his estranged children? Do you think they will open back up to him? Are you ready to see the new episode of Sister Wives? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube Fox Gossip 24 channel and stay with us.